Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be looking at the NSFAS website and all the requirements that you would need to be aware of in order to make sure that you submit all the required documents and complete the information required. Okay, so these applications are currently open and they're closing on the 15th of December. So when you look at the website, you can go to the nsfas.org.za. This is where they show you all the countdown to show the number of days remaining, and I must say I'm giving it all to the team that worked on the website because this is quite handy. Students mostly procrastinate and start applying at a later stage, and this could necessarily affect them. So currently they are at the stage where they are reviewing all the applications, right? So you still have few days that you can use to apply. So remember guys, if you apply much earlier, you stand a good chance. Why? Because they work with funds, they work with a budget. So the moment they start approving, it means they still have funds for you to actually continue studying. Okay, so let's look at some of the things they cover. They do cover registration, tuition fee, living allowance, personal care allowance, transport and accommodation. So remember guys, all these things are what NSFAS covers, but depending on how much your family earns, or if it's your guardians, they are going to determine the amount that you're going to receive. So if maybe student A and student B applied for NSFAS and they're from different backgrounds in terms of who works at home and who doesn't, chances of you receiving the same amount is not going to happen. So just take note of that so that you don't become shocked when you receive a specific amount and another person receives a specific amount, because they will check if maybe you're on 290, they can say, okay, you can cover the food allowances, we can cover everything else. So it means they're helping you in that manner. Okay, so the application process, you basically head onto their website. If you're using your phone, you're basically going to scroll down and you go to where it says how to apply. So you're going to click on the website, sorry, and then you go and complete your NSFAS profile the same way you create your social media accounts. It's more or less the similar way, so shouldn't be a confusing stage. So then you complete all the required information, make sure it's correct guys, make sure it's correct, and submit your application, and then you're done with the application. Okay, so it's as easy as that. But then just take note that you are required to upload evidence in terms of the documents required. You need to upload your ID. You also need to upload the ID of the guardian or your parents. Both all these documents needs to be certified, right? And then you also need to complete the declaration documents. The declaration documents, guys, they're very, very important. Why? Because they use them to check against what they have on their system. And so if you head onto a website, they also explain which kind of students cannot apply for NSFAS. So you just spend time on their website, go through all those stages. Obviously, if you have studied for an undergrad and you want to study for a second undergrad, they do not offer you that, but they do have additional funds for people that are studying towards your postgrad and other things. So maybe at a later stage I'll create a video regarding that. Okay, so here these are the documents that you are expected to attach with along with your ID and other stuff that I've mentioned. These are the consent forms. You have your personal consent form, which is an application, or the applicant in this instance. So you also have a consent form for the parents or the guardians to complete. They need to sign. For others, they go an extra mile. They also want the schools that you attended to have a principal stamp. Like, there's quite a lot of them. So but that also comes after they've reviewed and they feel the need to request for more documents. So but if you completed, like I said, if your parents are deceased and you are actually from a poor background, they don't give you much of a hassle because they have most of the information on the system. But if your parents are alive and maybe you took time to apply and you decided maybe after 4 years you start applying for NSFAS, they do require those that information, because they just want to verify if you are the right person and if the information you're providing them with is correct. So the other declaration form is the disability one. So if you have or you are living with a disability, you need to complete the disability one to show that you're actually disabled and you need their funds. This is very important. go and check what they considered a disability so that you can have those benefits attached to your applications once they are approved. But if you apply for the generic one, you don't indicate, then you might have challenges when you go and register and you require additional support. Like if you are living with maybe you're short-sighted, that is also a disability, they need to provide you with all the necessary services, like you can go to a doctor, get glasses. They do offer you those things. So those are the benefits or the perks that comes with this funding institution. So make sure that you utilize that and you do not disadvantage yourself, because at the end of the day, you need to pass, you need to complete your qualification. Okay, guys, so let's look at the students that are not allowed to apply for NSFAS. So those who have received 100% funding from a non-NSFAS source, then it means you do not qualify. All those who have obtained undergrad and they want to study for their second undergrad, they do not qualify. Have those who have a certificate and want to register for another one, they do not qualify. Students who study at private institutions is very important. You do not qualify. NSFAS does not fund private institutions.